All right. Here we are, my friends. Here we are. We are in the year, in case you haven't been paying attention, we are in the year of the fire horse. Where's my little horse? We are outside. We might bring a real horse in a moment. We have launched a secondary podcast, which is the year of the horse adventure coach. And we are also running the Adventure Paradox podcast simultaneously. And today's guest is going to be featured on both shows. So if you're kind of wondering what's going on, why Kat is outside, why I have these piñatas behind me. One is a horse, one is a pair of cowboy boots with roses on it, is because I cannot get over how excited I am that it is the year of the fire horse. Rose and I have been talking quite a bit about the fire horse energy, about how fast things are. And I was like, Rose, I would love to have you share with my audience who you are, your perspective on this, and let's go deep. Like, let's have a deep dive conversation. It's going to go really fast, you guys, because that's what the energy of this year is all about. We're going into week 3. I want to turn the mic over to Rose, but first, Rose, can you just tell us where in the world are you coming in from and give us like what are you feeling in this moment, in this day, in the year of the fire horse? And welcome to 2 shows at once.
Thank you so much, Kat. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here. I just love that you found piñatas with roses on them. Girl, like how appropriate is that? Thank you. So where I'm coming from right now, I am in Alberta in Canada. So Calgary, Alberta. We do have horses all around us here too, as you know. Love, love, love. And what was your second question? What am I feeling into this year?
Just
Yes.
and today, yeah.
Yeah, and today, so such a beautiful, beautiful sunny day in Calgary today. So feeling all the feels, and I also feel this really intense energy coming through, right? So
Mm,
working with
mm.
people, working with their energies, and there's like an intensity that I can't even put words to yet. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, right?
Right,
It's like
right.
coming through. Maybe it's to be released or maybe it's for expansion, but it's just like really allowing what's showing up to show up because it has a reason for showing up when it's showing up. And like you and I have been talking about things are going so quick,
So quick,
so
so
quick,
quick.
so quick
Okay,
these days. So I'm
okay.
feeling that too, feeling that too. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely feeling that. And I wanna tap into that a little bit more, but before I sit down on my blanketed couch outside here, because it's kind of chilly here in Teton Valley, Idaho. We have snow and we have sun. We have all the
Mm,
paradoxes of
mm,
the shifting seasons and this shifting fire horse energy year, which is coming in. I want to give you a more formal introduction, Rose. So Rose Mukherjee, also known by the way as Rose Magic, or Radiant Rose Magic, if you didn't know. She is a mystic visionary, energetic architect, and corporate leader who bridges the seen and unseen so women can create real life momentum from a clear, embodied signal. She's, by the way, really, really good at this. I might or might not be one of her clients. Hats off. She is the founder of the Awakened Intelligence Movement and the guide behind consciousness coherent circles, blending
mm,
energetic mastery with nervous system steadiness to help women get unstuck and expand with
mm.
clarity, courage, and joy. She's a lifelong animal lover and occasionally shares gentle energy support with pets in her community and believes our truest adventure is not someday, it is now. Okay, let's come into the now, Rose. And also, I've got so many other things I want to chat with you about, but let's just let this conversation flow. Like, what
Mm.
are you feeling with this speed and maybe people struggling to keep up with the speed? Like, what are you witnessing? And what are you witnessing in yourself with this speed?
Yeah. Yeah. So in myself, I know it's really running fast, like we talked about earlier. And I think it becomes even more important to pause. Just take a simple breath in, right? Like just pausing because we are actually always in control, no matter how the world seems. time and space, we can actually control it. Like you can go into, like, I don't know if you've heard about the Chronos and the Kairos time. Like you can actually tap into that and just say, yes, I only have 5 minutes, but I actually can stretch that 5 minutes,
Mm,
right? Like
mm,
really taking the space and the time and just allowing your system and your body to just like lean into that and relax into that. And sometimes that's all you need is 2 seconds, taking deep breath before going into that big meeting or
mm.
before rushing and picking up the kids, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah,
That gentle reset is all it needs and all you need. So to me, it makes it even more important. One of this is what today, one of my favorite days, but it's also like lots and lots of different things happening. So like making sure like in between my appointment and this podcast and another client and the circle, running the circle this morning, everything is all good, but there's like an intentional pause in between. Take
yeah,
time to wash my hands. You and I took time to make tea. We're pausing before this. So yes, that's what's present and that's what's helping me.
yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for sharing that because as I did some research around the fire horse, I did a
Mm,
presentation for the Elite Ascension Summit, which I
mm,
interviewed you behind the scenes, and it gave
mm,
me this perspective on the speed of the
mm.
fire horse, but also the importance in terms of balancing that of having those intentional pauses within the speed. And something else we were chatting about before we started recording is this idea of having a little humor because
Yeah.
things, and maybe this is Mercury retrograde too, who knows, whatever right now, but having some humor about how things go or what is actually happening, speaking of, and I won't show you guys this, but the pony is probably going to grace us with his presence at some moment. And I'm on this outdoor rug, and he pooped on the edge of it. Not on it, right over there on the edge. That's humor, y'all. That's humor.
Yeah.
That's the kind of humor I'm talking about. That like things might land not quite, you didn't want poop to show up on your rug, but it's actually on the edge, which, thank you. Like he's going to have to do it somewhere, right? But I'd love to hear you reflect a little bit more on some of the wisdom, and you were sharing some of your upbringing around the fire horse year and just the understanding of the 12 different animals of the zodiac, the five
Mm,
elements, and how
mm,
special these two in particular coming together is.
mm. Yeah, so I'm glad you touched on that because the um, Chinese zodiac signs, they have 12 animals, so it only happens once every year. And with the different elements like fire, water, earth, all of that, the year of the fire horse actually only happens once every 60-year cycle. So it is very special. And yes, it is fast paced. There's an independence in the air and courageousness and also immense passion, right?
Mm,
So we can get like so ingrained and involved in the passion. That's why I'm like, okay, then sometimes we tend to make mistakes because we're doing things so fast. And it's okay. That's where to me humor comes in. It's like you can't take life too seriously, then just laugh, right? Like joy is one of those most natural expression that sometimes along the way we just got too serious and we
mm,
forgot,
mm.
right? And intentionally belly laughing is actually a thing. I know I heard somewhere about like a laughing meditation, like a 21-day laughing meditation. I haven't tried it yet, but it's on my
Oh,
list.
let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. Maybe it's a challenge for our audience. I'm
Yes.
like, so the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, like I have my own thing. I smile, I stretch, I do all the things, right? So gratitude and all of that. But this practice is about as soon as you wake up, do the whole thing, stretch and all that. But before you even open your eyes, start laughing like for 5 minutes and see what happens. Like do it every single day. So the moment you wake up, you're already like vibrating with this laughter and joy, and you're
Mm,
starting the day with so much fun and ease. It just shifts your mind. And this lady that was sharing it, I think they did it at the retreat, like remote parts. I would say it was in India.
uh-huh.
So it was very quiet because it's remote, so they could actually hear each other laugh like within the different little huts and rooms, and then all of a sudden like all like the entire group would laugh at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, how cool is that?
So cool.
So
Oh,
that's, yeah, bringing humor. Like you can intentionally bring in humor. And or if you just feel like, oh my God, this fire energy is so intense, and then just like smile, smile,
mm,
smile.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. Oh my God, so good. I was once part of a laughter yoga class.
Laughter yoga class.
And one of the
Ooh.
things that we did, actually, I've done this in two different things, also in an improv class where you all lay down on the ground, each person with their head on the other person's stomach,
Mm.
looking up skyward. And this came up in my last interview, but studies have shown just looking up at the sky elevates your mood, right?
Yeah.
And so here you are looking up at the sky because you're laying on your back, right? Or ceiling, whatever it is. And you would go around and the first person would say, ha. And so the person who's laying on their tummy, your head would bop. And so then when your head bops, then you say ha. And
Ha.
then the next person gets the bop. And it just keeps going around ha, 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 ha. You can't help but like just your head's bouncing and you're hearing the ha going around the room and you're just all like, this is hysterical in such a way, never mind holding hands around a circle when you are with people laughing, I don't
Mm.
remember who said the quote, but laughter is the shortest distance between two people. And
Oh,
sometimes it's
I
the
love
shortest
that.
distance between who we were and who we're becoming. And I know
Yeah.
so much of your work is this embodiment. You're such a
Yeah.
seer, you're such a healer, like being able to see into who and where and what is running a person in the present.
Mm.
And then also where they're going and what you see for them. And I'd love to hear in your work what you're seeing with the people you're working with and how it might be a reflection or a mirror in the environment of this year of the fire horse. Like, what are you seeing? And I know we're only a couple
Mm.
weeks in, but like, what are you already seeing?
Yeah. So there is a lot, like we know Year of the Snake was a lot of shedding. And so far, what I've seen in the Year of the Fire Horse is like a lot of opening as well. It's
Mm,
like, yeah, I didn't know that was in the past, right? Or that was still in me. It just feels like it is. But I also see like a huge, like a bigger shift happening. It's like if the shedding was like peeling the carrot, this is like cut the carrot in half,
yeah, yeah.
right? So the circle I ran this morning, beautiful energy, but it was also so intense for some. And so when I ended the circle, I said, healing doesn't always have to be heavy or
Mm,
painful. Like we can invite joy in, we can release through joy. You can expand, like you said, the shortest distance between two people, the connection. You can make that happen through joy. Like laughing is a form of release, right?
yeah,
And it hits the dopamine, like all the good chemicals in your body. So I'm seeing that, but I'm also seeing in my work lately that it's not about being entangled in the what is wrong with me anymore, but it's more about this, I'm ready to let go and let's go.
yeah,
So it's like a
yeah,
more positive energy to move forward. And it's like, yes, I'm going to release the backpack of emotions I've been carrying for like the last decade, but let's go versus like, oh my God, this has been so heavy and what's going on? Like two different energies, right? So
yeah,
that's what I'm really, really excited about. It's like, let's just go. We can't keep on getting stuck here. We're releasing this for a reason. So we create spaciousness. So we go fast because we're going fast on this horse. Then lightness, speed.
mm,
Like you know this, right? The more you have on your back when you're riding a horse, and the more it's like
yeah,
dragging on.
yeah,
But the less you carry with you, the faster and lighter, and just
yeah.
wind blowing in your hair. Yeah,
Totally. Oh,
that's
it's
what I've
so
been feeling.
good.
Mm,
I love that. And I'm thinking about like the energy of the paradox and that
mm,
there's always this like who we were and then who we are becoming. And
mm,
suddenly it's like that fire that I have been feeling of the passion where there might
mm,
have been certain things that were holding me back in the past of like,
mm,
oh, there's too much in this space and I'm dealing with this and that now. I don't have the energy for that. And it's like, I don't know what's going on, but I have the energy for it. And I gotta look out that I don't burn out, hence the pause,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Like that paradox of the
yes,
importance
yes.
of having the pause within each moment and how important and how powerful that all is. But when I was researching the zodiac, it was really interesting to see the story of the 12 animals and that the
Mm,
snake had something. I don't know if you're familiar with this story, um, but that the horse was in the lead. There was this race, right?
mm.
And then the snake sort of took over. Are you familiar with this story? I wonder.
Not this particular story. I've heard of many different stories, so tell me more.
What I remember, there was a particular ruler, and all 12 of the animals were put into a race. This is what I gathered.
Mm.
And that the horse was in the lead, but the snake, very snaky energy, decided to sort of either jump in. It's unclear if he wrapped himself around the snake, the horse's leg, or just spooked the horse, right? Which
Mm,
would, a snake is,
mm.
if you've ever ridden a horse and come across a snake, they're like, I don't have anything to do with that, right? Oh, I've got some children on the wall. And just like that,
Okay.
you're pregnant, y'all. It could happen.
It's the
Splat,
snake and
here
the
comes
horse.
my kid. But
So
yeah,
good.
I don't know if you have any thoughts about like continuing to shed, because as a horse person, we're coming into springtime and my horses are shedding these huge coats,
Mm,
right? And I'm
mm,
witnessing the shed and also thinking about, some of what I studied, the difference between the horse energy versus the fire energy and the wood energy, that
mm.
element, sorry, horse versus snake and then fire versus wood, is that like if there is something left to shed, and you alluded to this with the carrot, it's like you're gonna burn it down. Like it's
Mm.
gonna be, you don't even recognize it anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I'd love
yeah,
to hear you touch on the elements even a little bit more, or those two animals, if you have any more thoughts about this
yeah,
transitional, because I still wonder if there isn't a little residue of things that maybe we started shedding with that wood
yeah,
snake energy, and now it's
yeah.
like if that's over, it is going to be so over, you know?
There definitely is still some in the fields lingering about the shedding. But one thing with the shedding, though, it doesn't mean that when the year of the snake is done that we're not shedding anymore. Like you said, the horses are still shedding. This is actually a continual process, but it's like the focus, most of our focus is now not on the snake shedding our skin, but now we're focusing on the fire, right? Or on the speed. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It's still going to continue happening, maybe in different ways. And one thing that I'd like to bring about the fire energy, it's not always bad. It doesn't always burn you. But if you're not careful, you could burn out. I think you mentioned that earlier. But one thing, I do use the fire as one of my tools for shedding or clearing or releasing, right? We can
Yeah.
call it many different things. Some of you may be familiar with the violet flame or Reiki and all of that. One of the gifts that I've been like so blessed with from my guides is the flame of the rose. And I use
Mm,
that to transmute a lot of things, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, whether it's like all the yuckiness. So I just kind of call on the fire of the flame, the rose flame.
mm, mm.
And this beautiful tool actually transmutes everything gently and lovingly. So it's a powerful, powerful tool. And at the same time, clears distortion, clears things, clears generational stuff, right? Because it's so potent. So I'm like, yes, we can see the elements in two different ways. Yes, fire could burn, but fire could also cook your food
Mm,
and give you sustenance and nutrition and all of that. Fire can also keep you warm
yeah.
and can keep you cozy in your living room, right? I love fires. I love candles. I love that because there's just something about it and something primal. Like my husband loves to just sit, do like stare at the flames, right? When we have
Mm,
campfires. And it's something
mm,
about that, it's wired in our DNA, right? Um, So that's the element of fire. And I know wood is very calming, it's very like stable, the big trees. right? The earth, there's that earth energy. Yeah, delving into the elements there. I know you didn't mention water, but let's just add the water. Water flows. Water also gives life, but water is also very, very strong. It can carve like the mountains, the edges, the rocks, and all that, but the flow is so important, right?
Mm,
So balancing all these elements. So the year of the fire horse, like you said, we don't want to risk burning out. So what do we need to do? So manage your high energy, right? Ground,
mhm,
sit on the earth, the grass, right? Like be with your animals. Nature is such a potent, potent medicine, and that includes all of us, and that includes our beloved animals, and let them lead the way, right? Because
mm,
sometimes you're like prone to making impulsive decisions because of all of this and all of that in the year of the horrors. But you know what? Find the balance. Find the
mm,
balance. There is always a balance, and there's always like, okay, if fire is burning, how can I use fire now to transmute things or keep me warm or keep me
mm.
cozy, make my tea,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
totally, totally.
Yeah.
So juicy. And I do see the pony. He's running around, spinning his head right now. We'll bring him over in a moment. But what if we're having those moments of like, yes, I know all of this, and yet I am resisting the work. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you support people when they're
Mm-hmm.
in that resistance? And I'm wondering what themes you see in this time, in this fire horse energy of like resistance, or even one thing I saw was like a fierce independence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting for me because I really lead with the theme of collaboration, right? And I'm recognizing I'm coming into, wow, I got a lot of like really strong independent voices here. How do you manage sort of that fire when there's resistance?
Mm. So resistance is one of those words that's beautiful because to me, there's two different meanings that's coming up as we're speaking here. There's only suffering when there's resistance in your system.
Mm,
Because when you don't resist without resistance, you're open
yeah.
and you actually don't feel pain or suffering because you're just allowing, right? So that's one. The other side of the resistance is when I'm starting to feel resistance or a little bit of an, it's a telltale sign that you're expanding again.
Mm,
Expansion is coming. So the edges, you're feeling that little bit of an, whether it's resistance or just rubbing the edges, right? Um, However, for me, this is just all about welcoming what's coming through, not making it wrong, right? If
mhm.
there's resistance, that just means it's like, okay, something is wanting my attention. No, your kiddos are wanting your attention. Um, yeah, so it's about that. Beautiful. I think they want your attention. The resistance. This is what it is. Independence. You mentioned independence as well. Um, that is one of the qualities that the horse energy is bringing. Bold, making my own decisions, being independent. And yes, it is good for them, our children, to find their own independence and find their own identity because that's when they're like, wanting to find out who am I? What decisions can I make? How can I be independent, right? Um, and there's also a space and time for collaboration. Yeah. She's holding your microphone now. This is so cool.
This is pretty funny. Yeah. Danny, we're on live. I
Hi.
know. She's gonna go get the pony for me.
That is
That,
so cool. Yeah.
that
So,
was sort of a magical moment as you were talking about collaboration and resistance, and then my child's like showing up and
yes,
he wants
I
us
know.
to show you it. Keep going.
The energies, they're feeling and sensing the energies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing I you talked about independence versus collaboration. I think we can have both, right? Like still being very true to your own sovereignty and what's true for you, and how can you and I collaborate while standing in our pure essence and knowing our own truths? We may not agree on everything. It's okay because that's what the world needs. We can't all be same, right? And yes, when we collaborate, then things get even juicier and stronger and better. It's
Yeah.
all that two or more are gathered, right? So, yeah.
Totally. I love that. And speaking of two or more are gathered,
Mm.
um, I want to take a moment because I know how juicy your medicine is. And we are streaming live to Facebook. I am going to turn my camera and my microphone off. And Rose, if you just want to take us through for 5 minutes, a process of like, really? Woo, we're coming in with cookies. What is that? A sausage? Hold on a second. Um, if you want to take folks through some of your work, because I feel like your work needs to experience. He's right there. That was a pretty classic moment. The pony is not in his pen. So I said, go get the pony. And she tried to go get him, but he wasn't there because he's in the backyard. So
We can't predict horse energies, all I'm gonna say.
exactly. And speaking of the humor, right? But yeah,
Yes.
if you want to go ahead and just lead us for 5 minutes, that would be awesome.
Do you want me to lead you to a drop in or what do you want me to lead you through?
I would say energetically, just based on what we were just talking about with that independent energy and the truth, but how to collaborate with each other, I think that would be a really
Mm.
good energy. But hold on, we have a pony here already, so let's say hi to the pony first, because this is just how fire horse energy rolls.
Oh my goodness.
Here,
Hi.
buddy. Look what I have
Hi,
in my
Chester.
pocket. A little something to share with you. Her, Chester, come here, come here. Girls, we're talking about fire horse energy with Rose
Hey, Chester. Hi,
and
love.
Chester.
Yeah.
I got
So
him.
as we're doing this, I'm just gonna invite everyone to just drop into their centers. When I say center, drop into your heart, find a quiet spot, and allowing yourself to be comfy. If you have a blanket, a cozy, whatever it is that makes you comfy, cushions. Um, if you're like busy at work or somewhere, just finding yourself a little spot there. And I just invite you to just gently either close your eyes or just soften your gaze and then just allowing like simple breaths in through your nose. And I know Kat put her camera off, but the pony is in the field. The pony is in the energetic field. His name is Chester. So truly, truly the fire horse energy wants to come through to us. So just taking this time to just breathe in gently through your nose, feeling the warmth of your breath come in, and then sensing this breath coming into your heart, acknowledging yourself first and foremost, acknowledging the you, feeling and sensing who you truly are deep inside, and then sighing with a gentle exhale. And then from here, just allowing yourself to take in another deep breath. Now, sending this breath into your belly and also feeling your sit bones sink deeper into the chair. And then allowing as you exhale the light from your base, so your roots, your sit bones, sensing there's light there, allowing that to connect with the earth. So for some, if it's the first time you're doing it, trusting and knowing the earth is always available for you. The earth is always here holding all of us, whether we know it or not. We are always being held. And this is one process I love, love, love guiding my women and some men and some animals to just connecting into the earth. And if some of you feel like, yeah, I got this, Rose. I know what I'm doing. This is, some people, they call this grounding. And I invite you to go even deeper, just connecting your root even deeper through the crust of the earth, knowing that your body knows exactly what they're doing. And then just allowing that. So feeling this gentle exhale through your body as we all connect to the earth. And as we do this, you don't even need to be physically outside, right? Kat is outside right now. I'm inside. There's snow outside here. Um, but with your intention and your feeling and sensing and visualizing, your energetic fields know that you are connected to the earth. And once you're connected to the earth, connecting to the pulse and rhythm of the earth, even just that opening and the shift of awareness is enough to allow space into your system, to allow your body to relax a teeny bit more, to allow the day to just like fall away. And sensing and feeling, yes, this is me. So that's the independence we talked about earlier. And yes, I'm always in control. And I know what's good for me, what's right for my body, what makes sense for me. And then maybe this is the space where you're like, I bless and release all that no longer serves me. Just know and offer that to the fire this year of the fire horse. And in terms of the animals and the energy of the horse and all of that supporting us, allowing yourself to stretch even beyond that. They're beautiful, beautiful beings. And we are all beautiful beings. And some of you may have like spirit animal guides or different guides, allowing your field and your body to open and receive blessings from the field. So when I say field, this space all around you, right? Chester's sending his medicine to your community. So allowing yourselves to receive the blessing from his energy too. So potent, like look at his eyes. Oh my God, so good. The first eye on the forehead. So allowing that, allowing your energy to be infused with that. There's magic and there's medicine in there. Yeah, and then just breathe. See if you can sense and follow the transmissions. I feel this exhale in the group field, right? Like, and then just staying in this expansiveness. And then as you go back in to yourself, allowing that expansiveness to remain there because you're both. So now you're not living from just your brain. We're connecting to your heart. We're connected to the earth. We're inviting beings like Mr. Chester here to come in and share his medicine with us. Whew, so good. And then just really being present in the body is the other thing, right? So as we continue our conversation, like being present, okay, what's coming through for me? There's medicine and transmissions here. Thank you, Chester. Such beautiful energy. Oh my goodness.
You know, it's so interesting, Rose. When you said big exhale, he went, and then when you started talking about the expansiveness, he looked up and out and took in the whole world.
Oof.
Can you see how he's taking in the whole world right now? So,
Yes,
friends, we're gonna let him expand. Are you guys ready? Should we let
he's
him go?
feeling it. He's gonna run.
Yeah,
Go,
he is.
Chester,
Here he goes.
go. Woo! Oh, wow. So good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
So good. Like Chester is also holding your energetic field, right? The energetic field of your community, your audience, and all that. So thanking so much love and gratitude for this beautiful being,
Mhm.
showing us what's possible, the freedom that's outside, the fresh air.
Yeah.
Mm,
And take it
so
all
good.
in.
Yeah, like the curiosity and wonder, right? Like if you see the animal's eyes, they're always just like have this innocence in them and curiosity and just wonder, right? It's like everything is new. Yeah.
So I just had a little bit of an epiphany
Mm,
as he did that, which is that fire energy, like it can literally burn
mm,
everything you could see, right?
hmm
He's
hmm
coming back. You want to keep hanging out with us? You can hang out with us, but no knocking over the computer. That's the rule. Boundaries.
Boundaries with the person.
Um, But I was just thinking a horse also takes in absolutely everything. Like as far as the eye can see, they need to be sure no predator, what is happening in this huge field. And so how that's like such a beautiful pairing, that horse energy and fire energy, because both of them can go so fast. Like Chester was here a
Yeah.
minute ago. He's already on the other side of the field again. And fire can move the same way, right? And in the same way, a horse can hurt us, right? But fire
Mm,
can hurt us or it can heal us, right? It can
mm,
soothe us, warm us, create food, all the things we were talking
mm,
about. I was really
mm, mm.
and just your work of helping people get into their bodies to access their truth.
Yes.
I just witnessed it. And I hope our audience felt it because you are in the presence of an absolute master right here. And
Oh
it's
my
just
goodness.
like so juicy to receive your magic, Rose. Ah, thank
Mm,
you.
mm. I receive and I also thank you for your beautiful, beautiful words. We all are here for a reason. And I can feel the depth of your emotion and your sincerity. So thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
totally.
And it is like just what I'm doing. Like, and yes, I've done a lot of work on me as well.
Mhm.
And oh my goodness, I don't have that auto heart thing, but it's beautiful. And at the end of the day, your biggest work is being you.
Yeah.
That true essence. That's what I'm passionate about. It's igniting the light within each soul so they can be truly them. Because being truly them is the medicine. Is the
Hmm.
medicine, right? Because being true to you is what you share with others, your own unique frequency. That's why we're talking about clearing and releasing and burning down. And it's not necessarily a bad thing always, but burning down so then you can come in. Like forest fires happen. And I'm very, very considerate and passionate, that sometimes it gets out of control and hurts communities. I'm talking about the natural state of the forest when the fires happen so new growth can come through. So
Yep.
same with our
Yep.
system. So to me, it's like, yes, I do all this work and this vibration, this energy, this frequency will serve like first and foremost, not just yourself, your own family, and then your communities, and then the people that you're here to, what are just is to inspire them
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
something is possible for them as well in their own way, whatever way. Or for some people, a lot of people I know who are in this eventually just yearns to serve others. Like, how can I help other people find this? Because this feels
Mm.
so good. This feels so juicy. Why isn't everyone feeling this? Right? So that service is a byproduct of doing the inner work. And this could look like many different things for many different people, right? Like for some, my mom, it's all about cooking. She just likes to feed, feed, feed people, but that's her joy and her passion, and that's her way of serving, right?
Yeah.
You and your love of animals, to me, serves a lot, not just the humans, but also the beings and also the animals and also nature. So that's your beautiful, unique energy that only you can bring out through all your lived experience, all your frequencies and vibrations and all the things you're expanding into. Right? So all of us have our own magic, and you are your own magic. And yes, I fully like receive that kind words. Yes. And also want to encourage and inspire others that all like you have this within you.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that yet, oh my God, you're up for the greatest journey of your life. If
Take
it's
it.
something you're
Take
like,
the step, you guys. Come on. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
We covered a lot of ground, Rose. Have
Mm,
we missed anything? And I want to be sure people know how to find you and continue with
mm,
your magic and wisdom. This is streaming
mm.
live to Facebook, but when we drop it as a podcast interview, we will put all these links in the show notes. But for anybody who's seeing this right now and they are like,
Mm.
yes, Rose, you are awakening my magic. I want more of this. How do you want people to find you?
Yeah, the easiest way right now to connect with me is through my website, iamrosemagic.com. There's a button there to connect with me, brings you into like a half-hour connection call with me. I believe my email is also there if they want to just connect with me that way. As of now, yet I'm not really very active on socials. because my life is so full as it is and so blessed for all of that. But somehow, some way, we found each other, Kat, and I really, really am so grateful for you to share my work, what I do here through not just one, but two, because she works this fast, double the speed, two podcasts and a live. Yeah, so that's how they can find me. And I hope this conversation sparked the light that's within each and every single one of you, your listeners. So,
Totally.
so good. So good.
Thank you. And a throwback, Rose, because I
Mm,
mean, it was way back when in the year of the snake, but a shout out to the amazing Sam Scully and Women in
woo!
Wealth Conference, which is
Yeah.
where I met you and came into your energetic field. And you know, when you
Mm,
meet somebody and you're like, I love this person's energy. I mean, isn't this the best compliment you can ever be given? Is like, I love your energy. You have great energy,
mm,
right? There's just from the moment I met you and heard you sharing about your original medicine, I was like, I really want to connect with Rose, learn more about your magic, but also it's the awakening of the magic in all of us, this collective.
yeah.
Like we're all
Yeah.
burning, we're all running,
Yeah.
we're all working as a herd. And when you find your
Yeah.
people and you're working together, it's like magic happens. You realize the magic is you, the magic is me, the magic is all
Yes.
around, the magic is us, the magic is this moment. Like this is happening,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And when you find that, that amplifies something within you too. Like it awakens something in you. And like you said, that the magic is just there because there's energetic resonance there, right?
Mhm.
And then the more true, this is why I'm like, embody your essence, people. The more true you are to your own essence, the more authentic you are, that's what makes you magnetic. That's
Yeah.
what makes you different. That's what makes you stand out, not from an ego perspective, but from a, like we talked about, radiating out,
Yeah.
magnetizing. That medicine, that's the medicine, is what brings those people in and the beings and opportunities and all of that, because now they resonate with that frequency. So
Mm,
that's why I keep on going back to, yes, going back to the inner essence, the inner you, and embodying it. So now you are like the byproduct of you. You're
hmm.
walking as this frequency and this energy, and that's what people feel and sense and see and perceive, right?
Totally.
Ooh.
Totally. Um, I'm gonna share, thank you for sharing this cup of
Mm.
tea. My funny cup my husband got for me, which says, wake, pray, slay.
Love.
I feel like it's very appropriate for this year because again, it's like, whoo, you better go with whatever magic you believe in. And then also my tea bag as we're wrapping up. If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. And there
Mm.
you go.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How can we make every single thing beautiful?
Mm,
How can we find beauty in the mundane? How can you find beauty in the ordinary, right?
mm,
Because that alone is a practice. And when you find that your the joy in your life is just gonna open up even more. And we talked about that laughter meditation right now, and maybe this is another little invitation is, if you don't want to do the laughter meditation first thing in the morning, just finding the beauty in every single little bits,
mm,
every single little
mm,
thing, right?
mm. I
Oof.
love that. I love it so much. And
Mm.
next month is April, which I love April Fools. So I, I don't know if that's a thing in Canada, but it's a thing down
Yes,
here.
it is
And
a thing. I'm not gonna answer my phone if you call me on April 1st. Now I know.
but having some humor and sharing in a joke and we were watching Bridgerton, little throwback, but
Mm.
this particular season at the very end, the last show, there is this beautiful moment between the Queen and Lady Danbury, which is sort of like her best friend, Lady in Waiting, and they laugh, snort laughing, Rose. Like they can't hold it together. And that's what when we were talking about the laughter, it made me think like, yes, find those moments, you know? Like
Yeah.
and when they happen, because you can't always plan for them. Like we could
Yeah.
try to design a snort laugh with my horses retreat. You know what I mean? But like, people might show up and they might not be ready to laugh. You never know. Like it can be, but
Mm,
if you put it out there, right? And you just allow for it to come. And then when the moments happen so unexpectedly, like pee your pants funny, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Appreciate them.
Appreciate every single moment. And I don't know if this happens with your kids. When they're crying, sometimes they cry, 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 but after the cry, they start laughing,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it's so close.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's the same.
and then you're like, why wasn't I even crying? I don't know. And then you're like laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So good. Ah.
All right, love. On that
Mm,
note, I could keep talking to you forever. I know our audience is getting a huge kick out of this. I hope you guys got some snorting laughter. Look forward to April because I'll be bringing out the jokes. We also have the Spiritual Horse Seeker Summit coming in April.
mm,
Guys definitely want to check that out. The top 10 speakers gathering from the equine assisted learning community. We have a cat coming in right now. He's wanting to be part of the Spiritual Horse Seeker Summit, maybe too. I don't know. But anyways, wherever you are on your journey, I just encourage you to step into that next becoming and connect with Rose if you felt an opening here. And until we meet again, y'all, adventure on. Thank you so much for being here, Rose. I love you.
thank you.
Love that
Mm.
shirt, by the way.
Fire energy.
Fire,
Take
baby.
care.
All right.
Mm.
Speaking of fire, for my podcast listeners, I know right now we're streaming to Facebook, but for the recording, if you loved this episode, please share it with a friend. And on Facebook, if you loved it, you can tag us, tag a friend, spread the word, subscribe, leave a review. It really helps the algorithm and helps that fire horse energy of like really raising the collective consciousness. Yeah. All right, guys.
Sending blessings to all. Take care.
Till we meet again.